What's up YouTube, Kyrie back up in here with another video, and today we have a pickups video. This is the summer pickups video. We're swinging back into summer, getting straight to it, and we're starting off with some crazy drip that I acquired from Japan and then also from some lovely people that we'll get into in a few moments. Of course, that's why you guys checked into the video. But yeah, you just got a lot of heat in this video. You guys see the title. If you see any of those brands in the title and you're interested, you definitely want to watch this one, okay? So as I alluded to before, a lot of Japan pickups, so you guys are going to see what I picked up from Japan as I teased in the vlogs. I'm glad you guys enjoyed those, by the way. And we're going to get into some pieces that were sent over to me by the lovely people over at Farfetch, who are the sponsors of today's video. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Farfetch once again, one of the most consistent partnerships that I've had on the channel. They just support tremendously, so I just want to say a huge thank you to Farfetch. And they sent me some fire pieces for the summertime. One of them, you guys are gonna be like, oh, of course Kyron gets a hoodie in the summertime, but the other one is definitely a summertime essential. So you guys are gonna see all the pieces that I got up in here are things that I am going to be trying to incorporate in the summer, even though some of them might be a bit heavier set for the weather. Sometimes you got to do fashion over function, and then other times you do function over fashion. It's a vice versa thing, you know. If you're in fashion, you understand what I'm talking about, okay? Sometimes you suffer, sometimes you gotta just brave the tundra, as they say. We're gonna get straight into the pieces in a moment, but if you guys don't know what Farfetch is one of the largest online shops where you guys are able to shop from a multitude of luxury brands and even other brands. They have every type of brand under the sun that you could think of, and what is special about them is basically they act as the middleman towards you and other smaller boutiques and larger boutiques across the world. So they use their inventory and use it as theirs, so they have a lot more sizing, styles, and everything. Just they have so much because they have access to all these people's inventory. So one of the craziest metrics that I find Farfetch utilizes, they actually are the reason why I'm able to snipe a lot of the things that I get, because they just have everyone's access to inventory. It's just insane. A lot of gems and things that you wouldn't be able to find in store, you could definitely find online there, and they kind of sit sometimes because, like, you know, people don't really think about it, but you guys got to think, you know, Farfetch got that. They got it. So definitely tap into Farfetch if you guys are looking for any type of gems. People be sleeping. You got to tap in, because this first one, both of these ones are things that I've been looking for, and then by the grace of Farfetch, they blessed it, you know? So we're gonna get into this first one right here. Boom. Balenciaga cap. Okay, so this is a hat that the moment I saw the runway, I knew, I was like, bro, I need that. I need that immediately, dude. So it comes in this really pretty dust bag, and take that off. And of course you got the nice little Farfetch tag right there. That's how you know it's fresh. And got the Balenciaga tags right there. Got this in a size large because I have a large noggin, of course, and we're gonna get into the details of this cap. So this is just an all distressed pierced baseball cap. That's probably one of the nicest details that I enjoy about this cap, just how low-key it is. Features kind of that light distressed detail that I enjoy out of a lot of garments. If you guys don't know, like, I'm a big fan of, like, obviously designer and then also vintage, so marriage between those two is just like it's my chef's kiss. I literally love that so much. And just these piercing details just add that extra little bit of edge that I enjoy. I got it in the size large just because I have obviously a larger head and I have hair, so I needed to accommodate that. The bottom, this is the only sort of branding that you'll see, but you probably won't see because the brim is so low. It's very like a low-key situation. So I'm just gonna chuck this on so you guys can see. But yeah, this is gonna be my summertime hat, dude. Obviously I look kind of like silly with the tag situation, but that'll be taken off very soon. But yeah, you get the little hit of the Balenciaga under, but for the most part it's just this little piercing that you get here, and then just the slight little distressed details all around. Very nice little, like, low-key. If you know, you know. You know, I'm stepping through, say, what's that right there? Come on now. So that's the first thing I got from Farfetch, which I was lucky to get because I've been looking all over for that. And funny enough, they had it in Toronto. If you guys don't know, Montreal doesn't get too many good things, you know, but Farfetch was able to source it from the Balenciaga store in Toronto, and then it landed on my doorstep, and now I have it. So huge thanks to Farfetch, because without them, I wouldn't have been able to get that cap. But now this one right here is a big stepper. The internet and everybody and their mama is going crazy for this hoodie, me included. And I was trying to understand what all the hype was about, but when you really get it in hand, you just understand so much more of the details. And some of you guys might be like, damn, Kyron, like what is going on with this? This is definitely on some tortured artist type of situation, but I don't know why I gravitated towards this so much. I think it's partially my love just for, like I said before, vintage. I love a good like collegiate academic style logo. And then also on top of it all, I come from like a bit of a graffiti background. When I was younger, I used to do graffiti. So it just kind of hit a lot of like reference points for me and things that I enjoy out of a hoodie. So it was just super solid. And zip hoodies at that, you guys know me. Zip hoodie, come on now. I'm gonna chuck this on just to like seal the deal. This is not gonna be me doing the try on clip, obviously, because wearing a little collared shirt just doesn't do it justice. But I mean, come on. This is beautiful here. You know, you got the little crestular, you got the distortions, you got the back hit. It's incredible. It's so nice, dude. And they have it in blue, they have it in red. Both of those have been sets that I've been seeing a lot on the interwebs, just like in the Balenciaga community, and like just fashion heads alike have been wearing it a ton, and they're kind of hard to come by. So when I saw it on Farfetch, I was like, interesting. When I was in Japan, I seen a few of them, but obviously it's Japan, you know, they have a lot of crazy stuff. But a lot of my friends that are into Balenciaga, they'll tell you that it's kind of tricky to come across them sometimes in the right sizes as well. This is a medium, and now on Farfetch, I got the only medium. There's every other size but that. So that just goes to show you it's kind of hard to come across unless you're really digging and you have that in-person access. But Farfetch got you covered if you're trying to get them online. They have sweatpants, they got other colors of the hoodie. Like, check it out. If you're looking for this, they got it online. So really great opportunity being able to get that with Farfetch. So just wanted to say once again that those two items, some key summertime pieces that I'm gonna be wearing in a nice little summer night. I would love to wear that zip hoodie, open tank top, maybe some shorts. Amazing. And then the cap, I'm wearing that the whole summer. I might get rid of a whole lot of hats just because I have this hat now. Like, I realistically only want to keep like a handful of them and just narrow down what my accessories and headwear is going to be. So perfect item to do so. Really great additions to the collection, and I'm really grateful for Farfetch for giving me some support on that one. And I hope you guys are going to check them out because they have an amazing website and an amazing selection. So do what I did and check out the site for yourself and see if there's any gems that you might find on there for yourself. We're gonna get into the rest of the pieces right now. Clearly, I got a lot of stuff to show you guys. And the first stuff I wanna crack into is the stuff that I got from Japan. So I got two things from Japan, two major things at that. Just because, as you guys heard in the vlog, I'm trying to be more selective with the things that I get. I want to acquire items that I know are on my hit list, on my grail list, so to speak, and not just be kind of spontaneous with my shopping. I'm very much a person that likes to touch and feel the garments before I acquire them. So that's why I was so grateful to go in Japan and see some of these things in person. But I was getting discouraged because throughout the whole trip, I wasn't finding anything, or just like I would find things, it wasn't my size, whatever. So I was like, damn, am I gonna go to one of my dream locations for fashion and not get anything? So I was kind of very puzzled. You guys could kind of see that in some of the vlog footage. And then eventually I got to a point where I found two things that really resonated with me and that were on my grail list, and I got them. So the first one is gonna be this Goro chain. If you guys don't know, Goro is basically a Japanese silver artisan of sorts. Obviously blatantly inspired by native craftsmanship and native feather work. Obviously I'm gonna have to do a lot of detail shots on that because the focus is acting up a little bit right now. But if you guys see that stamp on a feather, Goro, kind of like a gatekeepy ass brand. A lot of people like to be like, oh, if you know, you know about it. But if you're into Japanese fashion, you're definitely gonna you're gonna come across it eventually. If you're into silver work and just like if you're into chrome hearts, it's normally like another additionary step in silver jewelry, you know? So I've always been a fan. The only thing I didn't really like was that like a lot of it had gold accents and things like that. And I'm not a big gold wearer. If I am, it's gonna be all gold. And all gold Goros, way too expensive. So I wasn't doing that. A lot of the times you'll see like silver with a gold low like base of the feather or something like that. And that's not, I don't really like mixing metals. So when I saw this all silver one, come on, you guys know me. It's just like, I'm trying to get like a nice simple little set. I think this is what I'm gonna be going for now. Just short little chain and just like a nice little like layering arrangement. And I have my little pave cross from Chrome Hearts, gonna have the Goro, and then maybe I have like a little third one. I don't know, maybe 4 might be a little too congested, but I like this setup. I like a little shorter chain. Long chain served me right with just the cross, but having both of them on a long chain was a little too crazy. So I decided to go short chain, new era. I like it. Nice little like, you know, we're growing, we're evolving, we're acquiring things to get to the style form that we hope to attain. You know, everyone's always evolving and developing their style as they grow. I consistently see it year by year. There's so many things I'm just like, damn, I'm always changing. I never stay into like one frame for way too long. There's certain things that I like, but it's consistently changing and adapting, which I enjoy. But I do think this is the most refined my style has ever been, and I have a very clear vision on what I want to do with my style. So all that to say, really happy with the Goro. Not something that you see every day, and I think most of the videos on YouTube talking about Goro are like from like purists talking about it, and I'm not gonna get all nerdy on you guys. If you guys want to do your own research, there's a couple videos giving you some back history on the man himself. He passed away, unfortunately, but yeah, really interesting practice and story about Goro. So if you guys are interested, definitely check it out. Try and leave a little link in the description so you guys could get more acquainted if you're interested. Anyway, next thing I got into the next little John, we got this little Chrome Hearts bag, which is funny because this is from the New York store. And if you guys didn't know, I didn't get this at the Chrome Hearts store in Japan because I had acquired some knowledge through shopping out there that the Chrome Hearts retail pricing is surged a lot in Japan. And I've heard this through the grapevine, through other people that just shop internationally at different Chrome Hearts locations that aren't in America, and they're normally really like they put it higher, like a lot higher than what the American retails are, at least. So it didn't make much sense for me to buy anything at retail, just because I was like, I'm basically paying resale right now, like I'm paying like tax resale prices, you know what I mean, like things that you shouldn't be paying at retail. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna check out some of these secondhand chrome shops that I know of and that I've been following before even going to Japan, such as like RINKAN. There's another one called The Used. They might be affiliated, I don't know. There's a couple different resale shops in Japan that are known for selling Chrome Hearts, and RINKAN is definitely one of them, and that's exactly where I got this from. So huge shout out to RINKAN. They had a great selection. I checked out the one in Tokyo. It didn't have anything for me, but then when we got to Osaka had a lot of hidden gems, honestly. So for shopping, it was probably my favorite place, which is kind of like to say, because a lot of people love Tokyo, like they ride or die for Tokyo, and I think I just have to explore it a bit more. I think I have to go to Tokyo and just do a bit more digging. I didn't feel like I had enough time there. It's kind of like New York, very fast, very New York Minute-esque, where you don't feel like you have enough time in a day. So that's how I felt in Tokyo. But all that to say, your boy got a grail. Oh my God. You see this right now, dude? Hold up. This is a big boy belt. This is a big boy belt right here. This is the Chrome Hearts big old Western joint, you know? This is the Yo Samdy Sam Chrome belt. So this is not the first Chrome belt that I was looking to get, but it's definitely one that had interest me because it suits kind of that darker style that I enjoy, but also the Western / vintage style that I enjoy as well. So it kind of has this like flirting between two of the styles that I'm gravitating towards. Like this is like the lighter style, more like Western, lighter colors, whatever, flared pants, etc. Then the other side is more like all dark, more hardcore, obviously. So this kind of suits both sides, which is really cool. The leather is insane, of course, like chrome's leather. They don't play. Like, look at that tumble. And then there's even the hardware at the tip of the belt. Crazy. And then they have these little cutouts so it's not too heavy. And it says chrome hearts right there. Really crazy details. And I got this for a very fair price, honestly. Like, a lot less than I was expecting to pay. Yeah, like even compared to some people that I was talking to that really know the market well, they're like, damn, you paid way under. Like anyone that would have saw that and knew that it was their size, they probably would have pulled the trigger. The only belt left now, I kind of now I caught this chrome heart belt fucking urge, and I want a gunslinger belt now, just to have it a bit more like casual wear. This is a lot like for a specific type of look, like more Western hardcore. I'm trying to be a little fancy, but yeah, for everyday wear, I think the cemetery, think the gunslinger belt would be something nice. So that might be on the hit list in the future for sure. So that was my pickups that I got from Japan. Sorry, I was rambling a lot. I was just really excited about those two pieces, as you guys could clearly see. And now we're gonna get into a bunch of the other stuff that kind of accumulated while I was traveling and a little bit before that, because I think I haven't done a pickups video like this since maybe 2 months ago now. So this is what happened in 2 months. So this is actually from my good friend, Spencer Badu. Really just super grateful to call him a friend. He always looks out for me. He always looks out for me when they're doing releases and just when it's collection time. I'm just always so excited to see what he's doing because he's just so creative with his craft and his execution and everything. And when I saw him dropping these, I was like, yeah, these are hard. And when he emailed me to be like, yo, if you want one, I got you. I was like, yeah, it's that time. I'm going crazy with this. Definitely gonna be wearing this out in Paris because I just confirmed that I'm actually gonna be going to Paris for Fashion Week, which is gonna be very exciting. So it's a travel boy summer. Boy came back from Japan. Now we going to Paris with it. Went last summer, but this summer is gonna be even more crazy because I'm going with my lovely gal, Megs, and I'm gonna also go with two homies of mine, Kish and John. So it's gonna be a vibe. We're gonna see how it goes out there, but all that to say, this is a beautiful piece. So sick. I love that it's sporty but all the way hardcore because it has these shoulder pads, so it gives you that true football look, but also very fashion forward because a good shoulder, you guys know in fashion, if you have a sick defined shoulder, it just makes things a lot more elevated, and I definitely get that vibe through this. It's just a really beautiful piece, and I'm very grateful to just have it. Love the construction. Really matches Spencer's design identity and just it being so fashion forward, like I said, with the defined shoulders, really sick. Continuing with the Spencer Badu goodness, we also got a little package from Spencer Badu and Vitaly. They did a collaboration recently, and I was seeing this online. I was like, wow, that's actually a very fitting collaboration because Spencer's from Toronto. I believe the people that do the PR for Vitaly are also from Toronto, so it made a lot of sense internally. So really pretty packaging, really nice. Open this up, got the chain surrounded around this little case situation, and then we open it up. And you guys are familiar with Vitaly. I've shown their jewelry off in the past, but this one's sick, dude. Really unique. Wow, that's really sick. I think it kind of goes with this set right here. Maybe if I did this long. Yeah, that's cool. I like this a lot. Let me throw this on real quick for you guys. Yeah, that's hard. I like that a lot. Probably have to play with sizing and stuff just to make sure that it's right, but I really like this. Adds a lot of character to an outfit. So it kind of has the more character side and then this shiny, more industrial side. These shells connecting the two, very sick. Love it. These are really cool. Like this, I'll probably keep it on for the rest of the video because I really don't mind it. I love it. So we're gonna keep on rocking with that necklace. Thank you to Spencer once again. I really appreciate you always looking out. Huge, amazing supporter and just friend, designer, everything. You do a amazing job. So really grateful. Gonna get into this real quick. Uniqlo was actually kind enough to send me a little gift card not too long ago, because if you guys don't know, I've been partnering with Uniqlo, doing a lot of like great campaign work with them over on my Instagram. So if you guys don't follow me on the gram, which you should already, GOTSWEIGE is where you can keep up to date with me more frequently. I post fit pics, this and that, so that's what you can check out on there. Now that we got that out the way, I've been doing a lot of stuff with Uniqlo, and even before I started that, yeah, they were just kind and sent me a gift card, and I was like, oh, let me go to Uniqlo, check it out. And they had this JW Anderson collab going on at the time, so I went to go check it out, and they had one of these knit polos, and I've been trying to find like one of these for a reasonable price, and Uniqlo had it. Very posh, has a good summertime feel to it, still light for a knit, light color as well, so it's just a great summery piece. Like I love this. I'm really looking forward to wearing this in the summer. I might have to pack this joint for Paris for sure. It's just very summery and dainty. I like it. It's like gives me like sipping some wine on a terrace with some friends type of vibe. I know I give that reference a lot to people, but it just, there's something about being out with friends and looking posh and like a little classy moment, you know? It's just, you can't beat that, especially with one of these little knit polos. It just brings a certain type of energy. It feels like Mr. Ripley type of vibe, you know? That's what this gives me. Really nice. Keep on going. The homies don't stop creating magic. Shout out to Fernando and Ty and the whole Blood Thinner, Unsound, and Silver League team. Now we got 3 brands. Come on, the boys are cooking, man. The boys are cooking. I haven't opened this and I've been dying to. This is Fernando's, well, just the team's new division brand, Blood Thinner. Expect a lot of great things coming out from Blood Thinner. I love just the branding, the marketing behind it. The logo itself is just very visually stimulating. You get a lot of like post-punk influence in this, like very like soft punk, just like a lot of great referencing in this, you know, like it kind of satisfies a lot of the cores that are going on right now, if that makes sense. Like this whole resurgence of like Tumblr fashion, and like not swag Tumblr fashion, but more like emo and like blank chic, if you guys know what I'm talking about, that type of fashion. It really ties that in. So I like the referencing, I love the graphic, I love what Fernando does. He's a great friend of mine, so you know, I had to put that on, man. I had to put that on. So this is definitely gonna be another summertime tee, hopefully when it's not too beamy outside, because a black tee in the summer, you guys know how that goes. But really great screen printing. Woo. Come on, man. You can't knock it. And the quality, gotta appreciate the quality. It's a good weight. I like how short the sleeves are, could show a bit more arm, and I'm sure it's a bit cropped as well. The team knew what they was doing with this one. You cannot lie. You cannot lie. Another piece that's probably not too summery, but I got this more in the springtime. It was just a great steal. Shout out to my boy Jacob for hooking it up on this one. This is a post-archive faction jacket. It's an asymmetrical zip jacket, really crazy details. It's a little bright for my liking, but I was just so intrigued by the construction of the jacket that I had to pull the trigger. And then also Jacob was just letting it go for a very reasonable price, so I couldn't really knock it. It's from the Right division, so if you guys don't know, post-archive faction has like different sub divisions of their brand, and it resonates with like how crazy you want to be. The center is kind of like very streamlined and simple, but everything else is like, it could get more intriguing in terms of detail on either side, if that makes sense to you. So really love this jacket, just love the detail in it, and it led to a really beautiful opportunity that I'm excited to show to you guys once it lands. So just great vibes with this jacket. I'm really grateful for this jacket, and it's a good reminder that if you invest in yourself and believe in something, then great things come out of it. And that'll make sense to you guys later on when what I'm working on comes to fruition. Sorry for the slight little camera change. My light like just fell randomly, so we're just gonna keep on rocking. We're gonna get into this little Rick moment, okay? We acquired 2 Rick pieces that just really scream me, okay? Like there's some pieces that I'm just like, I see them, I'm like, bro, that is me. It resonates so much with what I feel, and I was like, dude, I gotta do this. I got to. Even though they're pricey items and there's no way of finagling out of it, I had to do it, you know? So here we have this pair of Rick Owens sunglasses, and if you guys don't know me with sunglasses right now, it's a bit of a tricky one. I feel like I'm kind of lost in the terms of the sunglasses that I had before don't really suit my style or the style direction that I'm going for, so I'm selling a lot of them and getting new ones to replace replace that, and I'm trying to figure it out as I go. I know for sure there's 2 things that I figured out. One, these are really sick and they're it. Like I keep on getting great compliments on it that they just suit me. And the other pair that I'm looking at, the chrome ones that I wore in the vlog, those scream me as well. But I'm gonna have to wait on those. They're a little too pricey for me, but in due time, in due time. These are a new pair of Rick Owens sunglasses, and this is the name of them. Don't want to butcher it, so here you guys go. That's the name right there. Bang. Yeah, I saw these on the runway and I was like, bro, these are me. Of course they might give a little bit ski goggle vibe, but when you wear them, they just, bro, vibe instantly. Not with what I'm wearing. It doesn't suit with everything, but they're just crazy. And especially when I have my hair like down, like when I unloose the twists, these are nuts. So what I did is I bought these to replace my Rick Owens shields because I love those sunglasses. They were just a bit too fragile and dainty for me. I was scared every time I was wearing them because there was nowhere to really put them when you have them out and about, because the case was fragile as well. It wasn't fully closing and you just felt like you were gonna crush them every time you just like chuck them in a bag or XYZ. They're a bit more of a solid, sturdy frame, like it's made out of acetate, not wire. So you just don't feel like you're gonna break them as easily. So just a lot more sturdy, and they still give that large frame vibe. So I'm really happy with these. Super sick. I'm excited to style them a lot in this summer and beyond that. Really good. Next Rick item. I don't think I've ever had a Rick item. Actually, I'm lying. This is the second Rick item I've ever had that needed a dust bag. So when they come in this, you know it's gonna be a serious joint. So if you guys have watched the vlogs long enough, you guys know that I've been trying on this blazer a lot. A lot. More than I'd like to admit, just because I fell in love with it, but then it was just always so expensive. Like this blazer at retail is $4,000. It's not worth $4,000 to me personally. I was able to snag it for like way less than half of that. So yeah, it was just a sign. I was like, I definitely have to pull the trigger. I sold a bunch of other things in order to get it, and it's so me, dude. Like when I wear it, I feel like the best version of myself, and when clothing does that, I'm telling you, there's no better feeling in the world. Like that's something that I kind of chase with clothes. It's kind of like this weird high, and it's not like some people won't even really know what this is. Well, bro, after someone wore it, Cardi wore this, and I was like, bro, now everyone thinks that I want this because of Cardi, but I've been showing this in the vlog before he even did that Rolling Loud performance, but that's not an issue for me. That didn't stop me from wanting the jacket, because I still loved that feeling that this jacket gave me. It's insane. I love it so much. I can't really wear it right now just because like it's just not the vibe, and it's way too hot. It's been super hot in Montreal right now, but a beautiful piece nonetheless. It's a fantastic piece. I'm so ecstatic with it. And like blazers are something that you could wear formal, but also with this, just because of how unique the crop is and how long the sleeves are and the very exaggerated shoulder, you could wear it casually as well. It just don't expect to not be standing out in the room, because this, it gets some attention, guaranteed. It doesn't look like your average Joe walking down the street. Speaking about pieces of clothing that just make you feel good, there has been this one hat that I've been religiously wearing, and it's called the Jakob Hetzer dart cap. I believe that's the name for it. Could be wrong, but Jakob Hetzer's black nylon hat. All right, I wear that hat every single week, bro. I wear it every week. It is a uniform staple in my wardrobe. Ever since I found out about that hat, I was like, bro, this answered so many questions. I wear it all the time. You guys could see it a lot across my socials. Like whenever I'm posting, it's kind of a crutch. When I'm not having a good hair day, or I just want to lean towards wearing a hat because I feel like it suits the vibe of the outfit, I wear that hat. You know what I mean? So now my 3 hat rotation is going to be that Jakob Hetzer hat, that Balenciaga one that I showed you guys before, and another Jakob Hetzer. Okay, this is a collaboration that he did recently with a Korean brand, I believe, but I just like all the packaging that came with it. This reminds me a lot of like Labo and their packaging. So there's this whole newspaper. I'm probably gonna give this to Megs actually, because she has this thing for newspaper. I think she might want to put this on her wall or something, so this will be cool to show her and bring to her. I'm gonna go see her later, so I'm gonna bring that. And then here we have the hat. Crack into this, open it up, and here we have it. We basically have the same damn thing, but just with texture, you guys. This is a collab that Jakob Hetzer did, and I just love how it's textured. So there's that slight difference between the two hats. This is a lot more matte, the other one's more shiny, but I just wore the other one so much that I was able to validate buying it again. I just wear it all the time, dude. It's so good. It's one of those like just go-to no-brainer type of pieces that I'm just like, yeah, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, suits my head perfectly. Like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna say no to this? You kidding me? This is perfect. Shout out to Jakob Hetzer. You did an amazing job. I bought this when the drop happened and I was like, yeah, I'm sold. I was rambling about it for a whole day and Megs was like, shut up and buy the hat because I don't want to hear it. Because I was just like, I need two of almost the same black hat. She's like, Kyron, I can't hear this anymore. Buy the damn hat. Now it's here. So it came with this cool packaging. Just figured I'd mention it. Nice little tote bag situation. Everyone loves a good tote. You can't be mad at a good tote bag. And it's a good quality one. Like you could have easily sold this instead of just giving it for free. And it also comes with a little patch, a conversation. How nice, how nice. So the next two pieces are like more on my kickback vibe. This is gonna be the moments in summer when I know it's just gonna be way too hot and I'm just trying to focus on being comfortable, cozy, with a slight hint of fashionable. So I actually got these jorts. Of course, the Jort Boy summer is back in full effect. I was wearing them a bit last summer, but I didn't dive fully into the Jort wave as much as I'd like to because I didn't find the ones that fit me the best. These fit me the closest I could find to the best. I wish they just flared out a bit more, but these are actually, funny enough, by FUBU. I probably had these when I was a kid because this was a very common black brand at the time, back in the early 2000s, of course. So like naturally it makes sense with all of this reverting back to the early 2000s fashion and just like baggier silhouettes and all of that. It's cool to revisit silhouettes like this in this current age that I'm at. Great wash. Got these at Luke's, which is a great store in New York if you guys haven't heard about it. OG Luke Mook, I'm sure you guys have heard of. He used to be a part of Round 2, then he opened up his own store in New York. So if you guys are unfamiliar with that, definitely tap in if you go to New York. It's a great shop. If you guys have gear of your own that you want to trade or buy or sell, it's a buy sell trade situation. So really great if you're into like this era of fashion. I mean, in this realm of fashion, like designer, streetwear, stuff like that, it's a great place to go. Definitely recommend going and checking it out. I got these for like 80 bucks, which some might say is tax. I think it's a very good deal compared to like what I would have paid for like a brand new Jort on any one of these sites. So I was happy to get it at Luke's, and I sold them some stuff anyway, so I didn't even really feel the hit. So it was a win for me. Next piece, shout out to my boy Gio over at Vans. He was nice enough to bless me with this pair, and this is the new school, like KNU school. Of course, you guys have heard of the new school Vans, but have you seen the new school Vans? These are the chunky joints. So this kind of suits the bill of like what Lanvin has been doing, and like honestly, even they were referencing their old skate shoes like DC and Etnies and like Osiris, all these brands that were doing like chunky shoes. But now basically Vans just took their silhouette and beefed it up, made it chunky, and it kind of looks sick. Like this was some baggy jeans or like the big shorts that I just showed. This is a vibe. I actually really like this, so definitely interested to be wearing these. Actually, no, I'm lying. I like doing a Vans moment randomly. I have these random moments where I'm just like, you know what? Vans are freaking perfect for the outfit that I have in mind, and even more so now with this chunky silhouette and the larger, more baggy bottoms and trousers and jeans that I've been wearing. It's gonna encourage me to wear these even more so because Vans have always had a slim silhouette. So now that they're chunky, more opportunity to wear some Vans. So shout out to Gio. These are sick. Really happy with these. Shout out Gio. Thank you. And don't stop. Don't stop. These are the last two pieces, I believe. Excuse me for the long video, but I really had to get some bars off. Clearly, I'm very talkative this video, I realize, but it's just because I'm passionate about everything that I got. I think this is a lot of pieces that just very much align in my style right now and what I'm happy to go towards moving forward. So I was really excited. All that to say, this right here is the swag for sure. This is the A.P.C. Aaron denim, and I actually got inspired to get these because of Drew Joyner. So this guy is all about the raw denim. He's bringing it back. He's holding the flag for all the raw denim community and aficionados of the world. He's putting that on for the raw denim heads, okay? He's bringing it back and with full force, right? So I was like, damn, I love the fact that they just like actually really suit his proportions. And if you guys don't know, I met Drew in person. This dude is tall, bro. He's like basketball height. He's tall as hell. I'm 6 foot. He was towering over me. So pause, but like crazy. I was like, what the hell is going on? And for him to find pants that suit his proportions so effortlessly, I was like, damn, I might have to go and dabble into some raw denim myself, which I did because I saw he had some like wider cut wide denim, which I haven't really been seeing too much. It's always been very like straight fit, slim straight fit. These things that don't really suit my proportions that I've come to find out in time, because I was an A.P.C head when I was younger, but I was getting like petite new standard, things like that. Kanye fit back in the day when that was popular, you know, having very skinny raw denim, not comfortable at all. But now in the era of the wide denim, it suits my proportions perfectly. And when I was looking up a certain type of new Naked Famous pair, which is actually a company based in Montreal, I was looking up that cut that he had because it was like a wider cut. It just seemed really sick. Typed that in and then I got marketed this A.P.C pair, and it was even better to me. I know it's not selvage or anything like that, but I'm very familiar with A.P.C and I love A.P.C, so I was just like, you know what, let me just stick with something that I know. I've never bought into Naked and Famous, but maybe I will down the line because I like what they do and I want to support a Montreal brand. But A.P.C I've had this journey with since like back in the day. When I first found out about raw denim was because of A.P.C, and there's this like famous video of this guy showing you how to wash your jeans, and it's with a pair of A.P.Cs, and he goes to the beach and he like rubs it with sand and he does the whole like signature denim head washing, and it's just really funny and it reminds me of a certain time in fashion. So all that to say, the nostalgia was pointing towards getting this pair. A.P.C Aaron jeans, they're wider, they're a lot more flattering to my build, and I feel like a lot of other people's build in current fashion time, but in general they just suit my aesthetic perfectly. So I was like, you guys have me sold. And they're a great price point. I think they were like $200, nothing too crazy, and that was Canadian, so really good price. Okay, last but not least, this was a hat that I tried on and I was like, damn, am I really about to spend this money on this hat right now? But I got blessed, got it for a bit lower. Still a hit though, still a hit. This is making me realize that these are all the hats I need. All the hats that I showed in this video, this is all I need. Maybe a 1-2 left that I'll keep over there in my hat corner, but I gotta let go of some hats. With these heavy hitters in my rotation now, I just gotta hone in on that style and let go of some other ones. So you guys might see a lot of hats coming your way in terms of me letting those go, because this one right here, it's just one of them ones. So if you guys know this box is one of them boxes, one of those boxes. This is a Visvim box, and your boy got a Visvim hat. So I'm not much of a Visvim boy. Like, don't call me John Mayer or anything like that, because I'm not one of them. I'm not about to spend 5 bands on a jacket, or, well, don't quote me there. I won't spend 5 to 8 bands on like some regular, to me, very Americana forward jacket. Because personally, I'd much rather go for like a vintage, and I could have done that with this, but the feeling that I got with this hat, it was unmatched, dude. And it wasn't mind-boggling, the price. It was definitely out there, but it wasn't crazy. But it also just gave me this vibe that I was like, damn, like this is what I'm going for. This is like Parisian Kai, like this is me. And it just gave me this energy that I'm really feeling. It's not a fit of hat that I have in my wardrobe, but it just gives this artisan-esque nature to it, and I love it. It's like very unique. Not really gonna see too many people walking around with this, just because it takes a little bit of confidence. Some might say I look like a train conductor. Others might say I look like a painter or a reggae artist. But I could be a lot of those things, but what I am is confident and comfortable with this hat because I really like it a lot. So it just adds something different. I really like it a lot. Huge fan of the joint. And yeah, I think definitely gonna be one of those ones that I'm gonna be keeping moving into the future. I could see it as a long-term piece of mine, something that I see ages and does a lot of wear and tear because of the leather, and it's just gonna patina very nicely. So I'm gonna give you guys a nice little look at the leather. Like, the leather is just out of this world. You guys know how how Visvim go with the quality. Has that same well-known logo that they even feature on like the Kriestos and like other famous products of theirs, of course. It's the sweatband and the lining. Surprisingly, with it being a fully lined leather hat, it's not as hot as I imagined it to be. I'm in probably the hottest condition possible right now because my AC is going under maintenance in my building and I'm livid by it. But yeah, this is probably the hottest condition I could imagine me wearing this in, and I'm still kind of surviving, so really enjoying that, as you can see. But all that to say, really grateful for all of the pieces that have been blessed my way. As you can see, lots of gems have been acquired. You guys seen what I picked up in Japan. You guys seen what Farfetch was nice enough to bless the boy with. So huge shout out once again to Farfetch. If you guys haven't checked out Farfetch, definitely check them out. Worth every ounce of your time because they just have so much of a selection. So definitely vouch for that. Go tap in. They have an amazing website. And yeah, you guys see everything that's here. Let me know what your favorite piece was out of the pickups, and what are you guys looking to pick up this summer, and what type of style you're leaning towards. What are some things that are on your radar? What are some of the pieces that you think are going to be in the scope of fashion in the next couple of months? Because I don't know, I feel like trends are kind of like very odd and obscure right now. There's like so many different things. There's always a bunch of different things, but it's very hard to gauge right now. And I'm happy that I'm not focused on trends. I'm focused on what I like, which is great. So as you can see through all the pickups, I have a very distinct, narrow tunnel vision about what I want out of fashion. It might be a bit broad with some of the pieces that you might see here and there, but there is a clear direction, and I'm very happy with my stuff. So, and the pieces that I'm getting to acquire that style. Anyway, all I have to say, thank you guys for watching once again. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. All the support has been, it means the world. I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do without you guys, so I just wanted to say thank you once again. Follow the boy on Instagram, GOTSWEIGE is where you can keep up to date with me more frequently. I post fit pics, this and that, so that's what you can check out on there. So subscribe if you're new, like the video if you haven't already, and yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna be out. Peace. Catch you on the next one.